Hi everybody, Brett Golding, Mentors and Business Coaches International. As you can see in the background, I'm sitting in my garden. It's just a gorgeous Sunday afternoon at the moment. I want to talk to you about discovering your sustainable competitive advantage. I think the first thing that you need to identify in looking at what is your sustainable competitive advantage is why do you do what you do? If you've listened to Simon Sinek, you'll know that people will buy your why rather than what you do. The passion for what you do is going to come about as a result of why you do it. So the first thing I think is to discover what is your why. Why do you do what you do? I think the next thing is to identify what are your values. You're never going to cross against your values. So they're going to determine not only the things that you will do, but sometimes they will also determine the things that you won't do. And so I think it's really important to understand what are your values. And of course you have to identify what are your strengths, and that's part of what we're doing Mentors and Business Coaches International also, is to help people to identify their strengths. You need to understand what is your offer. What is it that you're offering to people? And you need to, in order to identify that, you need to know who is your market. Who is it that you are making an offer to? And who else is making that offer to them? Who is your competition? So you need to understand what your offer is. You need to understand who is your market and who is not your market. And you also need to understand who is your competition. And then you need to look honestly at what are the strengths of your competition compared to your own strengths. How do your strengths rate relative to your competition's strengths? And sometimes it'll come back also to your values. Sometimes the competition may or may not do something that you may or may not do, depending on the values. So that might be a point of differentiation between you and your competition. And so you need to identify what is your point of difference. So I hope that's helpful. At Mentors and Business Coaches International, we do work with people to help them to identify what is their sustainable competitive advantage, and we use some of the processes that I've just talked about. So I'm going to go back and enjoy my garden. Nice to talk to you. Talk to you later. Give me a call or send me a private message if you would like to follow this up. Bye for now.